always like one of my favorite slots. Of course, not after Caitlin. Caitlin beat you today, naturally.
It's okay. She can beat me.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
You're not mad at that?
Not at all.
All right. Okay. So breakdown. First of all, what have people been clicking on in terms of CNBCAfrica.com? Where has their interest been falling?
Yes, so the 5 trending stories on our website this week. So we've got the homepage, of course, at number 1. And then number 2, we've got why billionaire Jack Ma says he'd never get a job at Alibaba today. Interesting.
Okay, the guy who actually
founded.
All right, okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that. And then Safaricom backs down on data expiry losses is at number 3. The Forbes billionaires list is at number 4. And Peter Moyo responds to Old Mutual, which is an old story, but it's still trending on our website. So people can check that out.
Yes, I wonder why. Of course, that Old Mutual Peter Moyo case are far from over. The political fray, I see, getting a lot of attention. The main opposition party, I believe I'm wearing their colors. I don't know if that makes me one of them, but nonetheless, what's happening there? I mean, what were people saying about the mass or the exodus of leaders leaving this week as a result of another leader coming back, a former leader?
Wow, so Fifi, this week has been hectic for the DA. We've seen 3 resignations in such a small space. I believe it was like 2 days or 3 days. So it started off with the mayor, Herman Mashaba, resigning, of course, on Monday. So this all started because Helen Zille was basically elected as the new Federal Council chairperson. So Herman Mashaba said that he doesn't believe that his views, well, the DA rather, does not hold the same political views that they did before by electing Helen Zille. So that's what led to his resignation. And some people on social media were actually backing him and saying that, listen, we actually respect Herman Mashaba. He resigned, as that lady Tumelo is saying, he resigned with dignity. And not a lot of politicians resign with dignity. They literally have to be pulled out of the chair.
Of course, he did set the way, pave the way for another resignation.
A huge resignation, absolutely. So Musi Maimane, the DA leader, so there has been speculation for some weeks now that he might be stepping down, but he finally did. He held his own press conference and
delayed press conference.
Delayed twice. And some people on social media were saying, who is going to call us now during elections? Because of course the DA, well, he used to kind of call, supporters, and yes, so that's what has been happening. And shortly after that, I thought also, he also stepped down from the DA completely.
Yeah, completely. And then I believe that there was 8 other officials in KZN who also floor crossed from the DA to the ANC. So that's an interesting one to see, the state of the main opposition party. Zimbabwe Anti-Sanctions Day, they declared that as a public holiday today. And we did see Karabo Tlhatla out on the streets with Zimbabweans here in South Africa who were in support. But what has been the response to that protest?
Okay, so as you said, Mnangagwa, the president, declared today as a public holiday to allow citizens to go out for these anti-sanction marches, urging the US and the European Union to drop the sanctions on the country. And we've actually seen some SADC countries also supporting and being behind these marches. And then some people, of course, they are not really excited about these marches because they're saying that corruption is a real issue. That's the true sanction on the country. Maybe the citizens of the country need to start selecting different leaders. That's probably why Zimbabwe is still sanctioned. And of course, if you remember, Zimbabwe was sanctioned back in between 2002 and 2003. And a lot of people thought that after Mugabe stepping down, we would see those sanctions also stepping down. But Trump has delayed them for another year.
Sure. Lastly, big week for Botswana. I mean, once described as the country's most politically stable, or Africa's most politically stable country, as Botswana went through a bit of upheaval, but nonetheless a good result for the incumbent President Mokgweetsi Masisi, I believe.
Yes, so Botswana's Masisi retains presidency. So the BDP, that's his political party, so they've won the election. And UDC leader Duma Boko, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, failed to put an end to the BDP rule. So BDP have been ruling Fifi since 1966. That's been a long time.
Yeah.
So it's natural that social media users have different views. Some people were pretty excited and saying the elections were peaceful and they were smooth. And of course, you know, they sent out their congratulations to the leader, the president. And then some people were hilarious, saying that all the prophets that said UDC is going to win this year should close their churches down.
Wow.
Some people are saying same party in power for decades.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, that's a common story here on
Africa,
the continent, unfortunately.
absolutely.
Busi, thanks so much for keeping us abreast. We are now, you know, in the know with what all the cool and alert people are in the know of. That was CNBC Africa social media reporter Busi Letole.